I'm Dr. Julieta. I'm so happy you're here. I understand that you're looking for some birth control options. Wonderful. I will do my best to make you feel safe, secure, comforted, and supported as you decide which birth control option is best for you. I want to assure you that what you say to me is going to stay confidential. And no matter what, all I care about is your safety. So I will show you a few birth control options. I'm going to tap on them to make you very, very relaxed. And just as a reminder, if you do want to know more about birth control options, you can go to bedsider.org. It's a website. Yeah, you can look at it and you will have more information there. Okay, wonderful. Cool. Well, let's get started. So I think the first one we should look into is obviously the pill. This is an example of a birth control pill. And as you can see, there are days of the week on the top. So you take it once a day. It's a small pill. And there are many different brands and types of birth control pills, but it is a preferred option for a lot of doctors, so make sure if it's right for you. The second birth control that I have to show for you is called the patch. It is a skin patch, kind of like a band-aid. As you can see, there is a sticky side to it, so that side releases hormones that prevent pregnancy. Yeah, it's very discreet, very easy to use. This is called the ring. Yep, this is birth control. Exactly. You see how bendy it is? This is a small bendable ring that people with vaginas insert. People wear it for a few weeks at a time, and it prevents pregnancy with hormones that get released from this little tiny ring. Isn't it amazing? Where's the next one? This is a hormonal IUD. So IUDs are small devices that a healthcare professional puts inside your uterus. Correct. They get implanted and then you just do your thing. Some of them have hormones and some of them don't. This one, for example, does have hormones. This one is copper and doesn't have any hormones. IUDs usually last years and they prevent pregnancy, but it depends how many years they last based on the type of IUD that you get. So these days, a lot of young people are not able to access pamphlets, information, clinics. So hopefully this will give them an option on knowing what type of birth control they can use. So the next birth control method that I want to show you is actually an implant. Can you believe it? It is encased in silicone, but the one that goes inside your arm doesn't have silicone. So basically, this is a little implant that is about the size of a matchstick. Yeah. And it is placed underneath the skin of your arm. This little stick releases hormones that prevent pregnancy, and this can last up to years. Once this little guy is inserted, it's barely visible. So this is yet another method of birth control that you don't even have to think about. You don't have to figure out what day it is. These type of inserts and IUDs and all the other ones that last for years once you have it implanted is really great option for people who have ADHD, who tend to forget to take their daily medication, or for example people with lower cognitive ability that are not able to remember for themselves to take their birth control. This is an amazing option and something that you might consider for the future or for yourself. The next birth control option I want to show you, it's a birth control shot. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the rest of this shot, yes, but the birth control shot, it sounds nice, huh? Yeah. It's an injection that you put in your arm. You could also put it in your belly, in your thigh, on your behind, and a healthcare practitioner gives you the birth control shot every three months, and that keeps you from getting pregnant. It's a shot. Now, I said a healthcare provider can give you this shot, but guess what? Someone at home could also give you the shot if they know how to apply injections. So this is a great option if you are not informed about it. The next birth control method I want to share with you, for your education, of course, is this one. And I know that you think this is kind of like a nasal one, but it's not. This is spermicide gel. This is a product that you insert on yourself or in your partner, and it releases a spermicide gel. And you do this before spicy time, and it prevents pregnancy. This one, however, this one's empty, first of all, but this one works better in tandem or next to another birth control method. For example, if you do this one and then you do condom, that's even better. It comes with an applicator, so you just squeeze the bottom and the spermicide comes out of here. So it's kind of like you're putting in a tampon. Sorry, my tummy is rumbling because I'm probably hungry, but you probably put it like a tampon, and then you squeeze the spermicide gel and then you release it. So everything comes out. I actually dropped it, so that one's not good anymore. I know a lot of people might know what a condom is, but in case you have any questions, I am here to answer them. If you've never seen a condom, this is what it looks like. And there are many types of condoms. This is just a latex one, but there are other materials in case you are allergic to latex. A condom is basically a barrier between yourself and sperm, and that allows you to not be pregnant. And the best part about condoms is that they're very accessible to a lot of people. They sell them in a lot of stores, and also they prevent STIs, sexually transmitted infections and diseases, I'm sure. So what happens when the person you're with doesn't want to wear a condom? What happens if the person with the penis doesn't want to wear one because they think that it doesn't feel good for them or whatever they say? Well, you still have an option to wear an STI protected condom. This is an internal condom, and this gets inserted in a vagina. Let's remember, we're in a doctor's office, so this is very, very serious. What happens once the person with the penis enters you? You are protected from the inside. And again, this is a barrier for semen and a barrier against STIs. So I hope this is informational. I know I've learned something because I actually had never seen one of these. I mean, I've heard about them on medical school, obviously. Very cool to have all these props that Bedsider.org sends us doctors for educational purposes. Did you know that from the time you have sexy time, you have 5 days in which you can use emergency contraceptives if something went wrong? Yeah. I am very, very honored to tell you that there are options if you need emergency contraception. So let me talk to you about them. This is an emergency contraceptive. It's an example. This is not a real emergency contraceptive. This is a prop, okay? There's nothing in it. This is what they also call the morning after pill. There are 3 different kinds of emergency contraceptives. There are over-the-counter pills, which you can buy at your local drugstore. There are prescription-only pills that your doctor, primary care practitioner can give you. And there are certain IUDs that act as emergency contraceptive. So, in conclusion, there are many types of emergency contraception options if you decide that you need it. I'm just going to scooch right here. And while I check your eyes, I want to ask you, did you know that you can buy birth control pills on Amazon? This is not an ad, and I am just your ASMR doctor, and I want you to be informed of your options, okay? Great. This is called Opil, or Opile. I'm not sure how you say it. It is a new over-the-counter birth control pill. It is called a progestin-only birth control pill. And you don't need a prescription from me. You can go to Amazon to get it, but if you don't want to support Amazon, then you can go to Opil's website and buy there. However, there are some drugstores and convenience stores that's starting to carry Opil. So if you do, make sure that you let know your friends if they do carry it in case of emergency. However, besides websites, there are places like drugstores, convenience stores, and grocery stores that are starting to carry Opil. So if you don't want to go through the trouble of getting a note from a doctor that you need birth control, you can just go get it yourself and start your prevention of pregnancy as soon as possible. Today, if you want it. It is so important that you all know your options, and this is for educational purposes only. So I hope that you learned something new. I know I did. And I really, really hope that you go to bedsider.org if you need more information about birth control options that might be good for you or your partner. Okay, well, that concludes our doctor visit. Is there anything else that you wanted to ask me? Yeah, if you have any questions, you can just write them down and I will do my best to answer them, or maybe Bedsider, I can tag them and they can answer. Okay, wonderful. You have a very, very good rest of your day. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Okay, stay safe out there.